Let me ask you a serious question. Have you ever met someone who speaks English fluently and thought, they're talented? I can never be like them? This belief is very common. And it is also very wrong. English fluency is not built on talent. It is built on consistency. Talent can help you start, but consistency decides whether you continue. Think about this carefully. If talent was the main reason for fluency, most people would never improve. But millions of people around the world speak English well. Even though English is not their first language, what do they have in common? They didn't practice perfectly. They didn't study for long hours every day. They didn't know everything. They were simply consistent. Consistency means doing something small, again and again. Even when you don't feel excited. Your brain learns language through repetition, not through pressure, not through fear. When you use English every day, your brain slowly becomes familiar with it. Words stop feeling strange. Sentences stop feeling heavy. Speaking stops feeling scary. Now repeat this sentence slowly. Consistency is more powerful than talent. Again. Good. Many learners wait for motivation. They say, I'll practice when I feel motivated. But motivation is emotional. It comes and goes. Consistency is a decision. 5 minutes every day is better than 1 hour once a week. Why? Because the brain remembers what it sees often. This video is not about studying harder. It is about showing up every day, even on busy days, even on tired days. Say this sentence. I choose consistency over talent. Again. This choice will change your English. Your brain is not lazy. It is efficient. Your brain keeps what you use and removes what you don't use. This is very important. If you use English once a week, your brain thinks, this is not important. But if you use English every day, your brain thinks, this is necessary. Keep it active. This is how learning really works. Language learning is not memory. It is connection. The brain builds connections through repetition. Every time you hear English, say English, or think in English, a small connection is formed. One connection is weak, but many connections become strong. That strength is called fluency. Now repeat. My brain learns through repetition. Again. Good. Consistency trains your brain to stay in English mode. Instead of translating, your brain starts recognizing patterns. Instead of stopping, your brain starts responding. This is why consistent learners feel calm while speaking. Not perfect, but calm. Fear disappears when something becomes familiar. Think about driving a car. At first, it feels difficult. After practice, it feels automatic. English works the same way. Say this sentence. Consistency makes English familiar. Again. When English becomes familiar, your brain stops fighting it. And when your brain stops fighting, speaking becomes easier. This is not magic. This is neuroscience. Consistency is training your brain quietly, day after day. Many learners think practice must be big. They believe, if I don't study for 1 hour, it doesn't count. This belief stops progress. Small practice does count. In fact, it works better. Confidence does not come from long study sessions. Confidence comes from daily contact. 5 minutes today. 5 minutes tomorrow. 5 minutes every day. That is how confidence grows. Here are simple daily practices. While walking, think in English. I am walking. The weather is nice. I feel relaxed. While doing chores, say, I am cleaning. I am cooking. I am busy right now. These sentences are simple, but they train your brain. Now repeat slowly. I practice English in small ways every day. Again. Good. Confidence is not loud. It grows quietly. One day, you suddenly notice. I can speak faster. I don't panic anymore. I don't translate so much. That moment comes from consistency, not talent, not luck. Small daily practice teaches your brain. English is normal. Say this sentence clearly. Small daily practice builds confidence. Again. This is the foundation of fluent English. Fear is one of the biggest enemies of English speaking. Many learners say, I know English, but I feel scared when I speak. This fear does not come from weakness. It comes from unfamiliarity. Your brain fears what it does not see often. If you speak English once a week, your brain feels, this is dangerous. Be careful. But if you use English every day, even for a short time, your brain feels, this is normal. I know this. Consistency slowly removes fear. Think about this. When you hear English daily, your ears become comfortable. When you think in English daily, your mind becomes relaxed. When you speak a little English daily, your mouth stops shaking. Fear disappears not suddenly, but gradually. Now repeat this sentence slowly. Consistency makes English feel safe. Again. Good. Fear is not logical. It is emotional. And emotions change with exposure. That is why watching English videos daily helps. Listening to English daily helps. Speaking English daily helps. Your brain starts recognizing sounds, rhythm, and patterns. Instead of panic, you feel familiarity. Instead of silence, you try to speak. You may still make mistakes, but fear is weaker. Say this sentence. My fear reduces every day. Again. Consistency tells your brain, there is no danger here. And once fear reduces, fluency has space to grow. This is why consistent learners speak more freely. Even if their grammar is not perfect, they are calm. And calm speakers sound confident. At first, learning English feels like work. You need to remind yourself. You need to push yourself. But consistency changes this. When you repeat something daily, it becomes a habit. And habits do not need motivation. You don't think, I must brush my teeth today. You just do it. English can become the same. When you listen to English daily, your brain expects it. When you think in English daily, your brain switches automatically. When you speak English daily, your mouth responds faster. This is habit formation. Now repeat. English is becoming a habit for me. Again. Good. Habits change identity. You stop saying, I am trying to learn English. You start feeling, I use English. This is powerful. Habit removes resistance. You no longer fight your brain. Your brain cooperates. You don't wait for the perfect time. You use English naturally. Even short habits matter. Listening while cooking. Thinking while walking. Repeating one sentence before sleep. These small actions add up. Say this sentence clearly. Daily English is part of my life. Again. When English becomes a habit, fluency becomes inevitable. Motivation feels good. But motivation is unstable. Some days you feel inspired. Some days you feel tired, busy, or bored. If you depend on motivation, your English practice will stop. Consistency does not depend on feelings. Consistent learners practice even on bad days. Not perfectly. Not for long. But they practice. That is the difference. Say this sentence. I practice English even when I don't feel motivated. Again. Good. Motivation is emotional. Consistency is a decision. When you decide to practice daily, your brain follows the routine. You don't ask, do I feel like it? You say, this is what I do. This mindset creates progress. You don't quit after missing one day. You continue the next day. You don't stop because of mistakes. You keep going. Consistency is forgiving. It allows imperfection. And that is why it works. Say this final sentence. Consistency keeps me moving forward. Again. This is how real fluency is built. Many learners quit English not because they are weak, but because their expectations are unrealistic. They plan. I will study 1 hour every day. Then life happens. Work becomes busy. Energy becomes low. Days get missed. And then they feel guilty. Guilt turns into stopping completely. This is not a language problem. This is a planning problem. Consistency does not mean doing a lot. It means doing what is realistic. If 5 minutes is all you can do today, that is enough. If you only listen and don't speak, that still counts. Consistency is flexible. Say this sentence slowly. My consistency is realistic, not perfect. Again. Good. Real learners adapt. They practice in small moments. While walking, while waiting, while resting. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They accept imperfect days. Missing one day does not break consistency. Stopping completely does. Say this: I continue, even after a break. Again. Consistency is about returning, not about never failing. When your English routine fits your life, it becomes sustainable. And sustainable practice creates fluency. This is how long-term learners succeed. Consistency changes your speaking quietly. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but deeply. At first, you speak slowly. You pause often. You think a lot. Then something changes. Your brain starts recognizing sentence patterns. Your mouth responds faster. Your pauses become shorter. You don't feel pressure anymore. This is the power of consistency. Say this sentence: my speaking is becoming easier. Again. Good. Consistent learners don't chase perfection. They chase comfort. Comfort allows fluency. When you feel comfortable, your voice sounds natural. You may still make mistakes, but you don't freeze. You keep going. One day, someone speaks English to you, and you answer without fear. That moment feels surprising, but it was built slowly, through daily exposure. Say this sentence slowly: my confidence grows through daily practice. Again. Consistency builds speaking strength from the inside. Now pause for a moment. Take a slow breath. Think about one thing. You did not come this far by accident. Every minute you spent listening, every sentence you repeated, every day you tried, even when you felt tired or unsure, it all mattered. Consistency is not loud. It does not show results immediately, but it is always working in the background, like water shaping stone. Small daily practice is shaping your English. Your brain is changing. It is becoming more comfortable with English sounds. It is responding faster. It is panicking less. This is real progress. Now listen carefully. Fluency does not arrive suddenly. It arrives quietly. One day, you will answer without translating. One day, you will speak without fear. One day, English will feel normal. And when that day comes, you will realize something powerful. Consistency did this. Not talent. Not luck. Not perfect grammar. Just showing up again and again. Say this sentence slowly and clearly. My consistency is building my fluency. Again. Good. There will still be slow days. There will still be mistakes. That does not mean you are failing. It means you are learning. Consistency is not about never stopping. It is about always returning. Every time you return to English, you strengthen your brain. Every time you listen, you build familiarity. Every time you speak, you build courage. Now say this final affirmation with confidence. I trust the process and I keep going. Again. Excellent. If you want to continue this journey, not with pressure, not with fear, but with calm, steady growth, stay connected with Bold Speak English. Subscribe, practice daily, and let consistency quietly transform your English. Your English future is already in motion.